All right, so I know you were waiting for another video, so here it is. This time we're going to be going over percentiles. This is still chapter 2 in our recent book here. We want to know how to, given a list of data, so we have a small data set here of 12 values, and we want to be able to answer two types of questions. Find the kth percentile. Let's say we want to find the 20th percentile, the 30th percentile. Again, remember the median was the 50th percentile, first quartile was the 25th percentile, third quarter was the 75th percentile. But we want to be able to find any portion of the data, 33rd percentile, 12th percentile, so on. And given a value in the data set, we also want to be able to find out what percentile that value is at in the data list. So it's important to put the list in ascending order. I already have done that. This is, again, a small data set of 12 values. It is in ascending order, as you can see. So we'll answer this question first. Find the kth percentile. We're going to find the 33rd percentile. So we need to define a couple of terms in this formula that we're going to use to answer this question of finding the 33rd percentile. So the letter I is going to be the position in this list in the ascending order of the data. Okay, and that's what we're looking for, right? We're looking for that value. This is unknown at the time. This value is going to tell us what the kth percentile is, or what number in the list is the kth percentile. All right, so we know what K is. We're going to know what K is because we're going to be asked to find a certain percentile. N is the total number of data values, in this case 12. So we're solving for this expression here and trying to answer this question, find the 33rd percentile. Okay, so our K is 33, our N is 12. We're solving for the letter I, which is going to tell us how far up the list to count to answer the question. So we put those values into the formula. We put K here, we put N here, N plus 1 gives us 13. We calculate that value and we come up with this non-whole number of 4.29. So what that tells us is the 33rd percentile occurs between the 4th and the 5th value in the ascending list. So we just take the average of the 4th and the 5th value. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're taking the average of those two values. This is where the 33rd percentile occurs. Okay. 33rd percentile occurs between these two values. So we take the average of those two values. Nicely, it is a whole number. So that is the point where the 33rd percentile occurs. So 33% of the data fall below, 22 and 67% of the data fall above. And we can actually check that, right? 4 and 8. 8 is 2/3, 4 is 1/3, so it does make sense. All right. So we also want to answer kind of the other direction of the question. Given a value in the data list, what percentile is that value at? So that takes a different formula. It takes this formula here. So we need to define, again, some terms. This X value is going to be the number of data values counting up from the minimum up to but not including the value that you're looking at. Okay, so up to but not including the value that you're looking at. The Y in this formula is the number of times that that value occurs in the data set. So if it occurs 3 times, Y is 3. So on. And N again is the number of total data values. So we can calculate this number, answering this question, finding the percentile for the number 41. So we're looking at number 41, the value 41. The data point, 41. So our X, if we count up to 41, but not including, we say 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is going to be our x value. 41 only occurs once, so our y value is 1. So we're going to put 41 in for x. We're going to put 1 in for y. We're going to put 12 in for n. Calculate that ratio and multiply it by 100. So we get 7.5 in the numerator. 7 plus 1/2 times 1 is 7.5. So we get 7.5 over 12. That's a decimal. We multiply that by 100 to get a percent, and we end up with 62.5. So in this case, it's the rounding here. We took the average if it came out between two terms. We took the average of those terms. Here we're going to go to the nearest whole number with what we get here. And remember your rounding rules. 4 and below, you round down. 5 and above, you round up. Please get that right. So again, a detail, a basic, a little thing, but it's important. It bugs me when people don't round correctly. So 62.5, you round up to 63. And our answer to the question, find the percentile for the data value of 41, is the 63rd percentile. All right, so be able to find any particular percentile in a list of data, be able to find the percentile for any data value in a list. Thank you.